Hello. Welcome again back to my channel. It has been a while, it has been a minute since I've uploaded anything on this channel, but you are absolutely welcome to this channel. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you for clicking on this video to want to watch it and learn a bit more about how I met my husband. Thank you for clicking it on this channel. I'll be sharing a totally different content on this channel. I'm going to be sharing my story, personal life stories, and how I've been and how I am on a daily basis, how some of my routines has been on, being since I became a widow in 2020. It's been 3 years, almost 4 years now that I lost my husband. And I would just like to share a bit of the story of how our lives has been and how I am and where I am right now with me and my 3 children. You are absolutely welcome to this channel. Before I share anything else, I would first of all like you to please like and subscribe to this channel, share with friends and anyone that might be encouraged. Anyone that you feel might benefit from this video, please share this video with them. But first of all, I'm going to share a story on how I met my husband, how a lady gave my husband away to one of the sisters in the church as well. But yeah, you are welcome. I'm going to start off how I met him. So it was, myself and my husband, then we met in the year, I believe it was 2009, 2008 or 2009. But pretty sure it was probably, I think it was between 2008 and 2009. Can't remember very well, but I remember I just came back from America for a friend's wedding, and during that time there was a lot of weddings going on. A lot of friends were getting married. I'm in my mid-20s then, so you can imagine most, for some of you that it might be slightly different for this generation now, the Gen Zs, whereby marriage is probably not on the agenda. Not that marriage was on my agenda then, but then a lot of my friends were getting married. Most of my friends were getting married during that time. So I just came back from America for a friend's wedding, had another friend's wedding to go to, and I had to get ashwabi made. And for some of you that are Nigerians, we are particular about our ashwabi when it comes to weddings. Friends of the bride and family of the bride and the groom, everyone, we all got to be rocking ashwabi. And during this year of 2009 or so, the ashwabi that was raining, Ankara was the one that was popping, that was raining, that everyone was rocking for ashwabi. Then 2008, 2009, Ankara was the one. No, nothing about lace, it was literally Ankara. And I remember I needed this particular Ankara made, or outfits made, and I asked a friend, in the church then, to introduce me to a tailor that usually makes her clothes. She introduced me to a tailor in Brixton and took my clothes over to the man in Brixton to make my clothes. So I think it was my second or so visit at the Brixton place, to the man in Brixton, when I was going to go and pick up either my item of clothing, my dress that the tailor had made. Then I now saw a gentleman walking down towards the same direction that I was walking towards. And it now happened that we were going to the same place. So the tailor's place, he was at the basement, and there was a hairdresser shop at the top. So he was showing the space within the basement. So it now happened that we were going to the same place. So this man, walked me, opened the door for me, and we were in the same place. The moment he saw me, he, when I got to the basement, was trying to ask for my number and all of that. And I didn't want to give him my number. I just wasn't so keen on giving him my number. Not that anything was wrong with him, I just didn't want to give it to him. So I said to the tailor that, the tailor should give him my number. Not knowing that him and this tailor, I didn't think the tailor was going to give him my number. I thought the tailor would be like, Oga, please go and get it from yourself. If she's not giving it to you, I'm not giving it to you. But not knowing that there was very good friend, or they were good friends, that he now gave my number. The tailor now gave me my number. Fast forward, he called me, texted me, and I was quite shocked. Anyway, we started talking and all of that. He asked me out on the date. I was quite taken back. I didn't want to go on a date with him at first and all of that. So I was just like, I'm not really ready for a relationship because one relationship I was just coming out of there and a lot of emotions was all over the place and I was not too sure. I wasn't ready to really step into another relationship then and stuff like that. So I wasn't too keen on agreeing with to go on a date with him. Anyway, so later on, after talking, I think maybe I now learned of his age and how old he is and all of that. And I thought to myself, oh, there's a bit of an age gap between us. You are definitely too old for me. There's almost 10 years gap between us. You're definitely too old for me. I am going to hook you up with one of my sisters in the church that are in their early 30s and, you know, looking for a husband and still single. Me, I have time on my side. That's what I was thinking. That I was going to introduce him to one of my sisters in the church. I'm not sure if I think I did have I think I had a conversation with one of the sisters in the church, like, look, this person, that person, and everything. Maybe mentioned it to him, but somehow he didn't materialize. They weren't too keen. Nothing like that was happening. Anyway, that went by, you know, in terms of the sister in the church and him. They, not that they didn't meet, but just conversation to say that was my idea, just to really matchmake this man and one of my sisters in the church together. But not that they had a conversation. I just talked to both of them about it and nothing really happened. So fast forward now, I'm learning of his age, and every time I do talk to him and address him, you know, after we went out on 1 or 2 dates, wasn't interested in the sisters of the church, I will address him, and you know, in our Yoruba language, when you're addressing your elders, someone that is older than you, you will use eh. And when you're addressing somebody that is younger than you or your age that you can throw some banter with, you would use oh. So I used to just kind of use eh for this man, and he'd be like, malo eh for me o. Meaning that, please, let's be on the same level. Address me by my, you know, let's be on the same level. Let's flow together and roll together. Don't give me that eh. Oh, use the oh for me. Let's wave. Let's jam together. Let's roll together. And I found it quite strange because the way I was brought up, like, people are older than you, you gotta respect them this way and that way. So I found it quite strange, but later on kind of got used to it and all of that. And fast forward, I just remember one time, I think myself and him, we were in Brixton Market one time, and he received a phone call from his family member in Nigeria then, and I think he spoke to her, he spoke to his siblings or family member, I spoke to his mom in Brixton. I think we just met up for lunch or something in Brixton then, and yeah, so by the following day, I was still not giving him the attention and the closeness. But before I continue, I am so interested to find out, how did you meet your spouses, your partner, your wife, your husband? You know, how did you guys meet? Whoever you're dating now, how did you guys meet? I'm really quite interested in to find out how some of you met your spouses. So please leave the comment down below. I know these days and age is kind of slightly different, you know, with social media, people meeting online and all of that. But my days, it was Brixton Market that we met on the street, the good old-fashioned way, meeting like that. But to continue with my story, so he received a phone call from his siblings or family member in Nigeria. I think he spoke to his mom on that day, and the following day or so, something along those lines, I remember him calling me or something, texting me or something, and mentioning that his mother had passed. Whew. And the moment he shared that with me, I was like, oh wow. I've been avoiding him, not so close to him, wasn't so close to him. But the moment that his mother passed, I felt that I had to be there for him, and just I went to visit him and all of that. And for some reason, that kind of drew us a bit closer. You know, when his mother passed and all of that, maybe that's just part of me. And, you know, that's what you would do. Any normal human being would do. When you heard somebody's passed, you offer your, you know, condolence and just go and visit and just comfort them, really. So I remember after the death of his mother, we became slightly more closer. We were talking a lot more, and went out on a bit more of a date and all of that. Yeah. So really, that was how I met my husband, who now later on became my husband. As I met him in Brixton Market, and ever since then we became close. So I am so interested. Yeah, if you just leave the comments down below and let me know how you met your partner, your wife, your husband, who you're dating now. Social media right now, online dating, I know that's what's popping right now, but hey, please share your story as well. Interested to know how you met your partner, your spouses, your wife, and all of that. Mine was slightly different, good old fashioned way. I know it's different now these days as well, but in my next video, I'll be sharing with you how he proposed, and yeah, the next chapter of our life, how he proposed. And please stay tuned and keep watching, and I'll share more with you. If you're new to my channel, please like and subscribe, and stay tuned and share this video with anyone you feel might be blessed and this story might touch. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to catch you in my next video. Take care. Bye bye.